Back again. TiggPolitics, man. And we here with Candace Owens explains the biggest problem with women today. This ain't her show. She actually is on somebody else's show today. Let me just give y'all a little bit of background on Candace Owens. Candace Owens is a politician, a journalist, and a wife, a mother. Clearly she's black, but she is married to a Caucasian man, a white man. But she still, I feel personally, does what she can to help the black community. Of course, with her being, like I said, a journalist, politician, she's not like the city girls. She is very much a businesswoman. She doesn't wear anything but formal clothes for the most part. That's as down as you go get. That's as much cleavage as you go get from her. I never even seen her show that much cleavage. That's nothing. You'll never see her body. You'll never see her butt. You'll never see her breasts. You barely see her shoulders. She is what you would want as a wife. I love Candace Owens. Personally. So a lot of people probably hate me for saying that, but it's cool. I get it. Y'all don't know how to look at people the way I look at people. But let's just see what Candace got to say. Like I said, she has a white husband, not a black one.
Then increasingly you're telling women the opposite of what I think men want, right? The opposite, maybe in the instant when men are not thinking with their big heads and they're saying, oh, whoa, she's out naked, great, I'm going to go for it. That might be what a man wants, but long term, that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want a girl that's just going to be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. You know, that I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. So then you say men suck, and I ask this question all the time. You complain about men, but are you being the type of a woman that a man would want, right?
Yo, what's up, guys? Before we get started, go ahead.
Young women, because I dedicated my first episode to young women and really talking to them about these are the options that are being presented to you. Less. Take off more clothes, do the most to get attention, right? If you think that that's freedom, the idea that you have to wear less, and the idea that you have to get naked to be heard, do you really think that's a form of freedom? Because that's not. That's slavery. That's bondage.
And I ain't never seen her naked a day in my life. But I love Candace Owens.
I didn't have to take off my clothes to be heard in society. And these women will realize that when you follow these people that are, self-imposed feminists, I'm a feminist, I do this, I'm a feminist, you hear that word over and over and over again, you'll find that the majority of them are miserable. Look at their lives and ask yourself a question. Do you think they are happy? Do you feel good when you...
The shit she say is valid, bro, because she married. Now, of course, niggas gonna be like, well, she married to a white dude. Marriage is marriage, bro. Don't fucking matter. To commit to somebody is to commit to somebody. It's a man with a woman, and it's a woman with a man. That's all that matters.
You do what they do, right? When you're constantly looking for a dopamine hit from social media because you took your clothes off and you want somebody in your comments, a thirst trap with your ass out, right? And you want someone in your comments going, oh, you slay, bae. You slayed the day, bae. Hashtag Tuesdays, am I right? Yeah. And you do this stuff for attention and you're devaluing yourself. And at the end of the day, you don't actually feel good, and it's not going to bring you happiness, right? So yeah, you can get guys sliding in your DM. You can get guys telling you look good. You can get guys that want to sleep with you. How many of these people actually get guys that want to stay with you, right? Are not in somebody else's DM. The same way that you found him is the same way he's going to find somebody else, because we are increasingly becoming a part of a society that's ADHD. You want to know why our grandparents stayed together? Because they weren't looking at ass cheeks all day on Instagram and refreshing it and going, oh, well, that girl looks young.
Facts.
Or that girl looks better, that girl's face tuned, and I think that is what these young women that they're following are telling them. You've got 13-year-olds getting lip injections, right? Because they want to look like Kylie Jenner. Again, not a shot.
Lip injections on 13-year-olds?
To Kylie.
Somebody need their ass beat.
Jenner. But what society have we created that ever made Kylie Jenner feel like she had to go out and buy those lips? That she had to contour her entire face and change her entire body? She was already a beautiful little girl. So the society is ill. It's not normal, right? Don't let these people convince you that that's normal. That's cancer, and that cancer will become contagious to you if you accept that. If you don't follow a better role model.
Marie is ready to buy her first home. Come on.
Real talk on. If y'all seen Kylie Jenner before she got them look fine and shit. She would not be getting the attention she can get, I promise you.
It seems to me a lot of women, when they hear conservative values, the trigger to them, and I could be wrong, the trigger to them, it seems as, bondage, go back in the kitchen, shut up and just, just be a slave to your husband. Why do you feel like there's so much of when they're hearing about some of the things that you say, like, what makes you happy is making your husband a sandwich, some people are like, that sounds crazy, right? So why do you think there's such a disgust, such a rejection of that kind of idea of that kind of woman in regards to modern society?
Because we're being brainwashed via the education system.
Okay.
You learn feminism in school, right? You learn feminism. I had to actively learn it.
And for clarification, how do you define feminism?
I can tell you how they define it and what it actually is, right? So feminism in school, when you learn it, is you're just fighting against the patriarchy, and you're supposed to see the patriarchy everywhere. It's the same way that critical race theory and race is being taught. The idea is they're not actually teaching you anything but how to hate white people when you're learning about race in school, and when you are learning about feminism, they're not actually teaching you anything other than how to hate men and to see the patriarchy and men putting you down everywhere, right? So when you have that form of psychological conditioning taking place in the school system, you're producing women that see the patriarchy everywhere. It becomes like a paranoia, right? Oh my God, I'm asked me to make a sandwich, oh my God, can I make a sandwich, and then that's it, I'm trapped. And they're actually not realizing that there actually was an incentive behind you even being taught that. You've never actually lived the life of making a husband a sandwich, and they think that's going to send you back, and suddenly you're going to lose your voting rights, and you're not going to be able to go get work. There was a time when there was a need for feminism, first wave feminism, right? But first wave feminists would want nothing to do with third wave feminists, which is where we're at today, right? Women that think that actually first wave feminists, you could argue, envied men, right? They wanted to be able to go to work. They wanted to have that option to be something outside of the home. Right now we have that option, and we're being told the exact opposite, which is that everything in the home is bad, and that's what you call throwing out the baby with the bathwater. There are some really amazing things. I think the best things that come from being at home. Sometimes I think we got the bad end of the deal, right? I'm like, wait, we got to stay at home and do nothing and spend our husband's money, and somebody complained?
Yeah.
That's a joke, guys.
That's a joke. But no, and to me, I think that's the part where I've unfortunately seen that happen so much in society, that there's such
real shit. My great grandma, not my great grandma, my baby great grandma, which is my grandma. My grandma sit at home right now chilling, and her bills on auto pay. I wish I was living like that, old money, just paying the bills till I'm gone. What? Yes, sir. That's living. Well, let's let her talk.
Such a mischaracterization to me of what people think as stay-at-home mothers and traditional women. There's such a mischaracterization, like these women were prisoners,
right?
And so whereas, like you said, I think first wave feminism wanted women to have
they was living. That's what they was doing, living the best life. What are you talking about?
Choice. But then third wave, the choice is gone. You must choose what we want.
Exactly. Right? What we want is you need to be top 40 Forbes company, a corporation. If you don't have that, then you somehow failed. And I'm like, that is so backwards and so wrong. And it also goes against biology. It goes against biology. There's a reason, biological underpinning to everything that we have in this society. People keep trying to outthink biology. It doesn't work that way, right? There's a reason, women can carry children and men can't. So that instantly allows man to have different goals in terms of the workforce than women, because that means we have to make a decision. Do we have children or continue working in our career or try to juggle both? Men don't have that same pressure, and it's not their fault. They didn't design this. Men weren't like, well, I have an idea. Let's not be able to carry children, only let women be able to do that. And so there's the biological reality of that, and increasingly you see women that go for it in terms of their career because they have the societal pressure, and then it's too late. And then they realize, wow, this job is not making me happy, but my gosh, can I just tell you as a new mom what you feel like when your son smiles at you? Like, when your baby looks up at you, there's no greater feeling of accomplishment. Like, I have accomplished a lot in my life in terms of my career, and I can tell you there is nothing that satisfies me more than just my baby smiling at me. And we're taking that away from women because we're telling them that's the wrong aspirations to have in life.
Who will be there to watch the baby smile? Them. Cause if it's up to me, we both gonna be a watch. And then, real soon, y'all, gonna be me and the family on this motherfucker. Like I said, my girl don't really like being on camera. So disappointing, but it's the truth. She don't like being on camera. Fine in the motherfucker, but hate being on camera. Ain't that some shit? I ain't gonna make her though. I damn sure ain't. I damn sure ain't. Anyway.
Another thing that I've noticed going on in society is that there is a lot of cynicism towards men as well, and you've talked about it, as well on your show and on different platforms. And I've noticed that a lot of women, similar to like what the media does, it projects such a negative, cynical view of men in society. Of men are going to take advantage of you, they're going to beat you, they're going to get you pregnant and leave you. There's such a negative view of men. So for women who may have a negative view of men because of maybe personal experience, whether their father may have not been there or because of whatever society painted to them, how would you encourage them? How would you motivate them to not be as cynical and to be more optimistic when it comes to men?
I think it's a self-perpetuating problem, meaning that there are crappy men in the world, right? But men are crap.
Meet Grammarly Go, your go-to solution for getting quality work done quickly.
Crappy because we've created a system where manhood has become obsolete. You keep increasingly telling men more and more they can't matter. And I say, who are they being told that by? They're, like I said, there's more sinister implications here of why we're making manhood obsolete. When we're saying masculinity is wrong, this is backwards, you don't need a man. You can just have a baby without a man. You're starting to see that sort of programming happening with young women. When you're telling women to act like men, you should aspire to the things that men naturally might aspire to. When you remove the more natural feeling of men being providers and women being nurturers, which is a beautiful yin and yang that just works, right? So you're creating men to feel obsolete, and then women are complaining because men aren't being men. It doesn't work that way, right? And not only that, then increasingly you're telling women to be the opposite of what I think men want, right? It's the opposite. Maybe in the instant when men are not thinking with their big heads and they're saying, oh, well, she's out naked, great, I'm going to go for it. That might be what a man wants, but long term, that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want a girl that's just going to be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. That I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. So then you say men suck, and I ask this question all the time. You complain about men, but are you being the type of a woman that a man would want, right? It's a self-perpetuating problem, and then you say that, and they, oh my...
You heard that? Are you being the type of woman that a man would want?
God, Candace is a horrible human being. I'm looking at you going, I'm not a dude. I wouldn't date you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, again, self-perpetuating problem. Not enough women calling out the fact that women are not desirable right now, in my opinion, right? They're sexually desirable, but I wouldn't want to take you home to mom desirable. And then you have men who are being hit over the stick and being told, man, bad, masculinity, bad, who need to be told, no, stand up, tuck your shirt in, right? Be a leader. Be what a man is supposed to be. And that dies when we're not even allowed to say man and woman anymore. And that gets me into the transgender, and I could rant for 3 hours on that, so.
No, Candace, I like this, and that to me is
I can go 3 hours about that.
This direction where I'm giving your child. And so I think that something...
Alright, child. We just heard it from Candace Owens. That's y'all biggest fucking problem. Y'all ain't even the women that a man want. Y'all just the women that a man wanna fuck. Y'all fucking cum rags, cum buckets, glory hole bitches. We looking for Candace Owens. And chicks like my girl. You feel me? Not you cum bucket bitches. Not you cum rag bitches. Nope. Not you popcorn pussy bitches. No. No, no, no. But yeah, once again, man, it's TiggPolitics. We are out. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, and all that good